I'm Alberto Nespoli, interior designer and co-founder of Eligo Studio, a Milan-based creative agency composed by interior designers and decorators who have the skills to develop custom-made projects representing the key concept of the Italian living and bring them into interior spaces such as retail, hotels, restaurants, exclusive private homes and scenographies. Prior to the beginning of Eligo Studio in 2011, I completed in 2007 a master degree in interior architecture and design at Politecnico of Milan. I worked for several architectural firms in Milan and Amsterdam. Today, my intention is to explore the field of the meta design, especially as related to the Italian handcraft traditions, value and languages, which are into the aspect of Eligo Studio's works. Our project combines the experience of the Italian timeless techniques to the design of new contemporary spaces and provide an Italian interior design couture approach, developing each details and components in all the projects. The name is very important, so Eligo comes from the Latin word of eligere, that means basically to choose with care and elegance. That means that our project has a unique identity, and it's also related to a process of the meta design artifacts. I would like to introduce an example of this approach, as here we have an armchair of the Chiavari chairs tradition. And this armchair is related deeply into the Eligo story culture because it's an archetype where we started to be focused about a research about the Italian heritage. It's also an example of a masterpiece. Actually, Gio Ponti started his research about the Superleggera of Cassina, studied the archetypes of the Chiavaris district.
Ciao, I'm Domenico Rocca, the second half of Eligo Studio. As well as Alberto, I studied at Politecnico of Milano. And today I would like to highlight two projects of our studio that perfectly represent our DNA and our idea of meta projects. The first one is a tribute to Renzo Mongiardino, a contemporary reinterpretation of the living room of Palazzo de' Scalchi in Rome, designed by Renzo Mongiardino in 1969. The project actually was part of Campo Base setup, exposed during the Milano Design Week in 2023. It was a manifesto for interiors, 6 pavilions signed by 6 Italian architecture studios and curated by Federica Sala. It was a pure exercise of meta design. In fact, after decades, a new collective of interior architects joined together to explore a concept of domestic intimacy. Each studio designed its own pavilion freely, with no restriction to express its own style and sensibility. Specifically concerning our project, we have explored Mongiardino values, which is indeed a way to learn from master. He was defined the architect of illusion. What does that mean? He played a lot with proportion and decoration in order to modify the perception of the space. And so we designed a very tall tent with very low sofas and a huge iron fireplace in the middle, in contrast with the softness and the coziness of the fabric. The second project I would like to talk about is again an exhibition that brings back to life the iconic design of Gio Ponti, fully produced for the Manifattura Ricciarginore. It was called Gio Ponti Magnified, and it was presented at the Musée d'Art Décoratif located at the Louvre Palace in Paris. The visitor was surrounded by the surprising universe of Gio Ponti. It was a 2.0 version of the master iconographic decoration and highlight the deep connection between art and creativity of Manifattura Ricciarginore and the evolution of the time. Technically speaking, it was an innovative video mapping on the walls and the vaults of the room that express our studio ability to reinvent the classic, starting from the past and kick it into the future.
In conclusion, the process of Eligo Studio is always related to a meta design process. Why? Basically because our philosophy is deeply a research into the Italian culture and heritage.